Attention denizens of the Imperium and beyond. This podcast has been designated as Alpha Prioris. If you do not listen to it, you have been deemed as a heretic and you shall be purged. Welcome to another episode of the Warp Report. I am the host for today. I'm Luke. I'm joined by my usual co-hosts, Mr. Nick and Mr. Rock. Hello there, guys.
Hey, how's it going? I think Remy's rubbing off too much on you, and you should be careful, or you're gonna start crusading.
Pretty much, yes.
People start crusading, they go nuts.
Yes, and especially this is a special episode because now we're introducing someone else who's joining us as part of a co-host, straight from the depths of Baal. We should say the son. No, it's a daughter of Saint Guinness. I think she should be addressed as the Chief Librarian of the Blood Angels. Rachel,
I'm gonna leave that
welcome.
job to Mephiston. I'm not gonna fight him for that one.
That man is a planetary level.
He is
threat.
scary.
He's like a sector level threat at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've read the most recent stuff, but it's
Yeah,
getting
he
kind of
is.
ridiculous.
Well, yeah, we
have a
welcome you
point
to the
there.
podcast. Welcome to the War Report. It's mostly chaos most of the time, but now we're all Imperium except Nick. Sorry, Rock, you're chaos now. Anyway, let's catch up to the stuff from the week. It's been a while since because we've been a little bit delayed, but we're catching up now. But any games, anything, or Rachel? No, let's do this time. Rachel, want to introduce yourself just a little bit?
Yeah, my name is Rachel. I am from the United States, specifically Oklahoma. I've been
Nice.
into Warhammer, kind of like hearing about it for a long time, but actually got like into reading the books and playing the game and painting the models and all that fun stuff about March of this year, like February, March of this year. So I haven't been in it that long. I've read like 30 plus Horus Heresy books in that time. I've bought a stupid amount of Blood Angels in that time. I've got parts for my second army plan, so I've already got some stuff bought. You know, it's a whole mess. So I'm happy to be here. And when I'm not playing Warhammer, I'm actually a fashion model, believe it or not.
Oof.
So
Wow, that's a unique combination you have there. But it's a thing for everybody. It's like, oh, I'll start Warhammer. I only need like 5 models and see how it goes. And then you look at your shelf and you see around 4,000 points of that guard, 2,000 of Custodes, and Sigmar armies, Ultramarines. Like, oh yeah, I have a problem now.
When did you reach
Yeah.
4,000? When did
I'm
A long time ago, Rock.
I'm
A long time
dying.
ago.
Yeah. You said second army though.
4 armies.
Rock is the only one here with a single army. Get wrecked, scrub. That's the second army.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. We are glorifying binge purchases. Yes, we're glorifying it.
I have so many models, and I need to feel good about it.
Yeah, we know. You have
Hey.
8,000 points of demons.
damn.
I
Yeah.
have what? How many points?
How many points?
How many points did you say?
Sorry, Rachel.
What? Oh, he said 8,000 points of demons.
Yeah.
That's for my Sigmar. By 40k standards, it's about 6.
Okay.
I mean, Sigmar models, you can be used for 40k if you're using demons. to be
Well,
fair.
Yeah.
it's because keepers in 40k cost about 240 points a model, whereas in Sigmar they're like 430.
Well,
Oh.
yeah, they're
Oh,
pricey.
okay.
Well, speaking of Sigmar,
yeah, and I have 4 of them.
Oh,
Alright.
Well, speaking of Sigmar, I finished almost painting all my Sigmar army, but and this
Oh,
is
what
where
happened to your Ultramar, dude?
we don't talk about the Ultramarines yet. They're there. No, I've been working on this because
ew,
come on, it's
Ultramarines.
hey, it was in the box. It was my first army. I had no what I was doing. Oh, Ultramarine seems cool, man. But then I ended
okay.
up falling for Death Guard. So anyway,
It's okay. The first like person to really get me into the hobby is like a dedicated. I've never met a person in real life that is actually an Ultramarine, but this dude is like legit. He is his army. It's kind of crazy. But he also has like 6 or 7 other armies, and he was like, "You want to just borrow an army and play? I'll teach you how to play." I'm like, "Damn, okay." And
Yeah,
so
we have
thank
that
you.
stuff.
Shout out to Terry. He's the reason why I'm here.
good.
He's like my dealer essentially.
Don't worry. We all
We have one of
have our
those too.
dedicated dealer, whether it's resin, 3D printing, whatever. But yeah, thanks for the community thing in the chat. I found a really sweet deal on Sigmar stuff. I bought like on freaking bargain. I'm loving it because I save so much money. And oh god,
But Nick, please
That means you can
forgive
buy
me.
more stuff.
Forgive me,
Buy
Nick,
more.
because I have sinned. I got cold feet. I didn't buy Bellacore. I think I should have.
Heretic.
I think I had bought Bellacore. Yeah, I had cold feet. Okay, come on. It's 130 buckaroos, man.
What happened, Luke? We promised to
Okay,
buy.
you want to know something?
I
You want to know
I
something?
know. Okay. I know I made a promise.
You're going to listen
I
to
know I
this.
made a
You're going to
promise.
listen to this. Every demon costs $130.
Yeah, but
you know how many of them I have?
hey, I'm not flexing
I have
here.
8.
I'm not flexing my paycheck here, dude. I'm not. Okay.
I mean, to be
No.
fair, come on.
I am
you
in
could
severe
bash.
credit card debt.
No, dude, I'm not like you, Rock. Your kid bashing of Bellacore is beautiful. Mwah. But no, I know I made a promise. I said if I went 2-1 or at least one stuff on the tournament we had last week with Bellacore, I would buy it. But I'm waiting until we got the other order. But in the meantime, I'm gonna get some chaos stuff because you never have enough chaos. So that's pretty much the summary of it. I'm waiting for 2 more models, and I'm probably gonna have a lot of fun with that. You folks.
I just bought more blood letters today. So
Ooh.
Also, as a warning,
'cause-
Nick, sorry, Rock, don't buy Chaos stuff, okay? Don't buy the Chaos Knights. Don't do Chaos Knights. Don't do Chaos Knights.
Don't do it.
Why not?
Don't do
Why
it.
not?
Why not?
Hey,
So-
why not? Why not?
So we just had one of our players, Jean, play against Suhun's Chaos.
No, Imperial
or
Knights.
his Imperial Knights.
Ah.
And I got a text just like a day or two ago from Jean saying, "Yeah, I just contracted Arclight Miniatures to paint a Slanesh Chaos Knights army."
Ooh.
But that,
I'm like, bro, Slanesh is what made me special.
now they dude, I was the only Death Guard player until someone here showed up. I'm joking. Death Guard is
wow.
Chaos is good.
You guys are like, oh, I'm mad that like another person plays my army. I'm like, oh my god, there's more Blood Angel players. Thank God, this is amazing.
No, I love sharing my armies, but no, I love my Necrons. I have a lot of people here that play that help us out. Blood Angels, it's you, me, and I think Drew is about.
Drew.
If there's more, please.
And
Yeah,
thanks to
There
Drew.
I
should
think
be
it's the
more
3 of us.
because
I don't
Blood
know.
Angels are the best Space Marines.
I mean, they mean Lamenters are the
Yeah.
best Space
Are
Marines.
they?
The
Are
the
they?
Lamenters.
No.
Lamenters are
the
also
best.
Blood Angels, really.
Yeah,
So I mean,
yeah.
I mean,
Lamenters
they
are the
are.
best Space Marines.
No. I was about to say, on the competitive scene, Blood Angels have a 38% win rate.
guess
Ouch.
what? They have a 100% win rate in my heart because I love them.
Ooh.
Bingo!
And
Exactly.
that's
See?
all that matters.
Yep, same.
Our Primarch is better than yours.
Classic
Dad
Cloud.
actually likes us.
At least my Primarch is still alive, technically speaking.
Hey,
Hey.
You know what?
You know
win
what?
this round. Hey, at least my chapter master can't die.
Well, my Primarch kind of
Even though he
I wish he
tries.
could. Dante needs a hug.
I just imagine like I seen that meme the other day. It's like Captain Dante. The Rubicon Primaris surgery has 66% of failure. Bring it. A miracle, you survive. God damn it, no again. Let me die.
No, my favorite is it's like, sir, High Fleet Leviathan is approaching Ball. I will take them on. Thank the Emperor. Chapter Master Dante survived. No.
I love those
I
memes.
really like reading Devastation of Ball was like the most like actually devastating thing. Like that
Oh
that
my
whole
gosh,
sequence where he's
yeah.
like, oh great, I get to die, and then Sanguinius shows up and he's like, bitch, you thought, get back out there.
Did I tell you my headcanon about how Lucius the Eternal is gonna die?
No.
I'd like to hear
I
that.
heard about it. Go on.
So my headcanon
I'll let you
here
rumble.
is, thank you. Lucian the Eternal, if you kill him and you take any pride in killing him, he will possess you and you will become him.
Right.
This is now if like he's destroyed by a landmine. If the person who made the weapon took pride in their work, he will possess them. My theory is Dante is going to kill him
For good.
because he will bring it. The creator of his axe is long dead.
Yeah.
And he's going to kill him. And basically, Lucius is going to like try to possess him. And he's just going to look at him and say, Do you think I take pride in what I do? Do you think I enjoy this? I am tired and I am done and it is over. And Lucian is just going to die because Dante takes no pride or joy in what he does anymore because he's tired.
So
That was
basically,
hilarious.
he's an old grumpy man who wishes to die. Got it.
Get wrecked,
Clear.
Lucius.
See? Get
Not
right.
even grumpy. He's just tired.
He's just
The
tired.
grumpy man is Logan.
Yeah, but I just find
Logan
it.
is the grumpy
And
man.
I just find it funny. It's like Dante's like, okay, I'm gonna chill out a little bit. And then Gilliman is like, yo, you basically have the Imperiums in your command now. God damn it, not again.
Wait, when you're talking about Logan, are you talking about the Logan movie, the latest one?
No. He's talking about
Logan
Grimnar.
Grimnar.
Ah, okay.
the Space Wolves.
Chapter Master of the Space Wolves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which
The-
still has done one of the coolest things I think in all of 40k.
What?
So you guys know about the months of shame,
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
month of shame.
Yeah.
This man though, basically,
wait, we gotta get a
so,
recap
Rock,
then.
I'll fill you in.
Alright,
I'll fill you in.
alright.
Basically, the Grey Knights show up to a demon-infested world,
Uh-huh.
and the guard help them repel the demons at the promise that they would be let go. Well, now that mere humans have seen the Grey Knights, they have to be exterminatus.
Yeah.
So, but Logan basically says, we promised them amnesty. You are not going to kill them. So the Space Wolves took on the Inquisition for like months.
Yeah, the Inquisition's got a Jameson twist because of it. So
And then finally, Logan just said, forget this, I'm done. Teleports onto the bridge of the Inquisition ship in full Terminator armor and runs at the Inquisitor and kills him.
okay.
Doesn't he kill like a Grey Knight chapter master too, or some ridiculous shit like that?
He killed a couple Grey Knights. He killed a couple Grey Knights on the way
He
in.
just shows up on
Yeah,
the bridge
he-
and just slaughters everyone there. Like,
Which, mind you, up until this point, it was thought that running in Terminator armor was physically impossible
No,
because
no,
it
no.
weighs
No.
several tons.
Tiberius
there's
did
several
it.
characters that do that.
Tiberius the Redwig did it, and it was
Yeah,
more brutal.
We're not gonna
He-
forget about Big Tiberius, okay?
Yeah, he's on the ship, and
Tiberius
he's
isn't
like,
in Terminator
but
armor.
Tiberius,
Yeah, he is.
Tiberius isn't
Yeah,
in
he is.
Terminator. No, he's in
Tiberius
Dreadnought armor.
That's even worse.
No, he's in
Terminator
Dreadnought
armor is
armor.
tactical dreadnought armor.
Yeah.
It's the same
No,
thing.
no. His armor is actually modded with actual Dreadnought
You
pieces.
know
But
what?
still,
I believe that, but he can still
Terminator
run in
armor was
it.
too small.
dude, the guy's like, okay, I
Yeah.
gotta go to the core. I'll see you in like 5 minutes, and the guy just sprinted and then came back. Like, yo,
But no, I think this was before Tiberius, though. The Months of Shame was like, I think because they had Logan run in it, they're like, okay, other characters can do it now.
Okay, but even
But,
Abaddon
like,
can run in
he was one of the
Terminator
first
armor,
ones,
so
too.
like,
yeah,
This was one of the first ones. Does Abaddon wear Terminator?
yeah.
it was
like
a modified
like
version.
Heresy era, yeah. He has
Yeah.
Terminator armor. He's part of the Justarin.
I've seen.
This is GW's consistent.
Hey, hold on.
writing
If
here.
you're talking about like Terminator, like armor, like running around can't be done. I've seen an RTS game, like a sneak peek in Warhammer 40k.
Mhm.
It's like one of the latest one, I think, but like it's a flop apparently. I saw a Space Marine in a Terminator armor did a flip to jump to the other side.
No, that's a little
I mean,
ridiculous.
Yeah.
But no,
Why-
it
why-
was,
That
it
sounds
was
fantastic.
previously thought.
I mean,
It was previously thought before this, but GW's kind of retracted it and being like, okay, the big bads can the big guys can
Well,
run in it, but
I-
it's
I
very,
still
very
wanna see
small.
someone do a flip.
If we really want to get into it, what mark of Terminator armor was he wearing?
oof, now we're getting into details.
What mark was it?
Logan's, let's see, this is 41st, so it probably would have been Mark 8.
Because like you have the different patterns
Mark
of
9.
like
I don't know.
cataphracti armor is different
Cataphracti is the
than
best.
armor, which is different than
I don't know, but
was not
Cataphracti is the
Cataphracti.
best armor. It looks the best one.
Cataphracti
Oh,
looks
it
cool
is,
as
but
hell, but like
it's cool.
Tartarus is actually the most mobile.
I'm
Oh,
So
yeah.
mistaken,
I'm
lore
gonna
wise,
look up
they're making
what-
more Terminator's
what-
armor, right? And like
No, they
character
stopped doing
armor,
it.
or
They're doing
other
it.
Stuff.
They stopped.
Okay.
Like everything in 40k, we lost the instruction manual. We don't know how to build it. That's
they
pretty
don't
much
have space IKEA.
That's so sad. It's like...
Okay, all right. Okay. Let's go back to track because I'm enjoying the derailing. But well, since we're at it and we're talking about patterns, mostly I want to talk about the topic of today because I have painted some Terminators. You probably painted your Terminators, so that's what I want to talk about. Painting. Let's talk about painting and what you've been doing recently and some like points. Like for example, are you looking forward to make something a beautiful piece, like a very specific. Oh, I want to make a show out of this, or just want to, 3 colors and then make it ready for the table. What is your standard basically when you paint for this kind of stuff?
I'm always kind of, unfortunately, wanting to paint like parade ready standard. Like I always want to put like obscene amounts of detail into my models. I want them all to look super beautiful, and because of that, I have 1 squad of Terminators and 1 squad of Sanguinary Guard done, and that's it. Because it takes me so long. Like I'm getting more efficient at painting them because I'm understanding like what
works and what not.
What works and what doesn't, and what I want to do. But like I kit bash every single one to be unique. I want every guy to look unique in my army. Like I feel like if I wasn't running an army that prided itself so much on its like visual appeal, maybe I wouldn't care so much about making every guy look unique. But it's Blood Angels. It's Blood Angels. They gotta have the drip. So
They do.
yeah. I mean, so I want all my guys to look really good, but then it makes me really slow. And basically, I came from a painting background of doing D&D characters, so I could spend, a whole day on a model because it was a commission, and it was going to be that person's figure, their centerpiece kind of standalone model. So of course I could spend time on it. But now I'm like, wow, I have like 3,000, 4,000 points of Blood Angels to paint, so I need to figure out how to do this kind of quicker and maybe just spend time on, spend parade ready time on like the figure models, the centerpiece models.
Right.
Yeah, I've seen the Blood Angel guy you've been painting. That's the latest thing? I think I've seen a photo you showed about your Sanguinary Guard dude.
Yeah, I've recently gone into painting with oil paints, and I really, really love them. And they're making like doing blends and stuff on power weapons and stuff like that a lot easier, and object source lighting and stuff like that. It just gets a lot easier. The only thing that slows things down is you have to like wait for them to dry, which it takes longer than acrylics, but it also makes working with them easier because they don't dry right on your brush. So, yeah, oil paints are fantastic. They're really amazing. Especially if you want to make your models kind of grim, dark, and dirty looking, like weather them. They're fantastic for that. So, like, heavy suggestion for anybody that paints to do oil paints as well, because there's people out there that are really good at teaching stuff for that. And
no, you say oil paints, and all I can think of is someone holding a palette, like a classic
it's
in
that
front
kind
of a canvas.
It's seriously that
that's
kind
how I
of oil
see it.
paint.
Now to see someone with a palette.
I've done that with my Necrons. I painted them up with acrylics, and then there was this method where you got cheap oil paint, covered the model in it, dried it with a hairdryer, and then you took a Q-tip with mineral spirits and rubbed it off.
Yeah, that's an oil wash.
It looked really, really good.
And, those oil washes are great. Like if you want to do an oil wash, it has a lot. What am I trying to say? It like flows into the cracks better than any kind of like, even better than like Nuln Oil or something like that. Right. It flows into the recesses of the model a lot better, and then you can remove it with mineral spirits from wherever you make a mistake. So, I
use inks for that these days, but yeah, same effect.
I did get into inks for freehand stuff, which is really nice because it's so like the pigment is really dense. I just bought some gold ink today because I wanted to see if I could use it to do freehand stuff. Because again, I paint everything parade ready because they're Blood Angels; they should look good.
Hey,
exactly.
It's just as for army. I paint stuff to I think I put a lot of effort in characters, and then I leave some of the chaff, all the regular folks, just to be a little bit clunky. But yeah, each one their own.
I have evolved to airbrush go burr.
Oh god,
that's like literally how I paint. So like I have a lot of just like chaff models, and they just get blasted with an airbrush. Some trim work to make them look nice, and then done. That's my Necrons. They get blasted with an airbrush. I do their armor, and then their guns, and then they're done.
So basically, you're the Henry Ford of batch painting.
I am.
He's got the assembly
that's how I
line.
do it. I assembly line one color at a time, and I will just bash out that color on like 10, 12 models. Then I go to the next one, bash it out on like 10, 12 models.
You reminded me something.
That's how.
You reminded me when Rock was like, Rock, you played the tournament, right? Yeah. You know you had to paint everything, right? No. It said you know you had to paint your 40 poxwalkers. It's like, what? And in a moment I saw Rock's face, the full face of despair.
Oh god.
I offered to paint them for him, but he didn't. He's like, there's no way you could do 40 poxwalkers in a week. And then he saw me do like 15 fiends and 4 keepers of secrets in a week. And he's like, oh wait, you actually can. Do
Yeah.
that.
See,
You batch painted
this is
it.
why one of my friends plays exclusively knights, because he's like, all I have to do is paint 5 models, and I'm done. And I'm
That
like,
is true. That is true.
you know, and he's like, yeah, and I can go to tournaments, and then I only have to deploy, move, and remember rules for 5
Yeah.
models, and I'm like, you know what?
Well, yeah, it's making
You
it
know
simple.
what?
Right. So, for example, when it comes to painting, we have the different standards where we have to paint, right? And you already said, like, for example, you say you prefer things on parade. And I'm a little bit more battery for most of the cases, but for example, what will be the difference? What will be the in-between ground? Because I love painting something that looks amazing, but at the same time, I want to play that thing too. So, but where would you find the balance, guys? Like, to find the balance between, like, oh, this is beautiful painting, but it's also a little bit fast enough to push the batch painting session and make it happen to the table.
That would probably be where most of my blood angels sit.
Okay.
They sit at what I call the 1 meter rule.
Okay. Oh, right. If it looks good.
Basically, if you're standing on a table, no one's ever going to get closer than 3 feet to the model. So if it looks good from 3 feet away, it's good, because no one's ever going to get closer than that.
And that's me
So I
coming to
call
the
that
tournament,
ready.
like, staring at everybody's models from like 3 inches away, like trying to look at like the paint jobs.
But
I'm
these
like,
are just my chaff. These are just my chaff, not my characters. But like my intercessors,
Now you're charging.
they look great in a blob of, they look great in a blob of 10 from like 3 feet away. They look great in a little blob, but they don't look like anything special on their own.
No,
this is the point that I need to like figure out, is like how I know I can go really hard and do like competition painting. I can do like really detailed stuff, but I need to find the balance in between being okay with it, like just getting it on the table.
Honestly, if I were to
Yeah.
add to this, like, I guess a tip or something, just like when Luke mentioned regarding the Poxwalkers, like, to be tournament ready. So painting 30 like Poxwalkers, I just went up with the bases, like, the base paints, like 3 colors. That's what you need. And I had like, all right, most of the flesh are like purpley, and like, they had like some hazmat suit on also, and they had like metallic color and everything. So it's like I just like added them all of them just together. So it's like 3 colors or 4 colors.
Yeah,
all
but
tournament ready.
yeah, but in that sense, the Rock, our poxwalkers are chaff. So and
They're super chaff.
They're super chaff. And don't get me wrong, because I this is my shield. The other card is supposed to look like trash, and then when I paint like trash, it blends, so it looks good.
Exactly.
So
It's
wow,
like
this is very Nurgly. Look, your painting is getting great. I'm like, yeah, I've been improving, and getting
Dang,
there.
that's galaxy
Yeah.
brain. That's 5D chess moves.
I mean,
Yeah.
to be fair,
It's
I
like-
was talking
it's
about
like
tournament
whenever,
ready. I was talking about tournament ready.
And then they
but-
ask me, look, the armor of the guy is falling off. Yeah, it's rotting. It's Nurgle. It's part of the model,
It's like whenever Bill transports all his orcs in like a kimchi box. It's like they might get damaged, and he's like, if they get damaged, they'll just be more orky.
Yeah.
I know so many people that
Like,
have
fair
done that
enough.
with orcs specifically, and guard too. Like my friend brought all his guard
Yeah.
to a tournament in like literally a Skechers shoebox, and I was like, dude, he was like, it's fine.
Yeah,
There's hundreds.
it's fine.
It's like
should-
100.
I feel that. Although, can I be really mad right now for one
Do it.
sec?
Go.
Go ahead.
Do
I love
it.
it.
I've been missing 2 blood letters for like weeks. You want to know where I just found them? Looking over at my shelf,
What? Where?
sitting in the middle of my blood angels infantry. They have been sitting there the whole time.
Infiltration among us.
I have too much much red, guys.
So
It
you
is
have
day 58. The Blood Angels have not noticed that we are bloodletters.
so the Bloodletters were Sasibaka into your squad of units. Got it.
It's two. It's actually
okay,
two.
so those two,
It's actually two.
those two, they are getting actually. I'm gonna paint their bases special with Alpha Legion colors.
That actually
that is now Alfarius and oh my god.
that makes so much sense.
It's like, hey, these guys are mad enough. They can join us. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, but
they're just like, are you sure you shouldn't be in Death Company? Nah.
You sure? Nah.
I am so mad. They've been sitting there for weeks.
the answer was in front of you all along.
I've been substituting plague bringers.
That's hilarious.
But that happens. That happens. For me, I'm looking forward for some stuff because I bought a few models that I should, thanks to Sue, that it should come out this week, and I really need them because I bought a Lord of Discordant and Decimator and a bunch of Chaos Guardsmen from the Blackstone Fortress box. The Chaos Guardsmen look beautiful, and I'm planning to do some more Chaos soup in the future, delicious Chaos soup. And the Legion I'm playing as my else attachment is Iron Warriors. And the Iron Warriors are good. They look good. Their story is cool. Perturabo is a petulant manchild. I love it.
He's an absolute Chad, though.
I mean, he carried the Horus Heresy by himself. Peter Turbo is the
He
beast.
really did, though.
He's a Giga Chad, dude.
He did.
I love how
No.
people.
Sanguinius is a Giga Chad. Peter Turbo is whatever the opposite of
Okay,
that
sorry,
is.
Rachel was saying. You love it when what?
I was gonna say I love how Iron Warriors fans like almost any other like Legion fan, like you say, oh, you're Primarch shit, like they start getting mad. Iron Warrior fans are like, yeah, absolutely, and that's
We
why
know.
I love him.
Yeah, he's a petulant manchild. I love him. So I'm looking forward to do, because I'm playing Death Guard and Iron Warriors. I'm thinking of doing a mix of both sides. For example, Decimator, if you've seen, I'll see if I can put a picture there, but it's huge. So I want to make like half is going to be like good old Iron Warriors with the yellow and the black stripes, but then it's going to be all rusty and decaying. So it's like in between, Iron within, Iron without, does not work. And why I'm doing this stuff, because since I've been playing, I'm painting Sigmar stuff, I've been enjoying painting with more than one color, which is not green, for a change. So I want to put Death Guard player
That's
here.
me with red.
Yeah.
That was me
That's
doing my
with
competition
red.
piece and not painting red. I was like, okay, all right.
What do you mean there's other colors on
Yeah.
the palette? What?
There's red, black, and gold. That's all I got, man. I
Yeah.
don't know what you're talking
But
about.
for me, is green,
that's
is
how I
green,
feel.
gold, purple, and Agrax. Everything. That's how I roll.
It's all you need.
Mine's all red and purple.
Yeah.
all
Red
you
and
need.
purple.
Retribute
Yeah, you need-
armor is all you need.
Hey, that's half of my custodies, and I try not to paint them all gold so they don't look
You
boring.
know how I said I bought pieces for another army?
Yeah. Until
You
Miss
want to take a
Custodies.
wild guess as to what that was?
Custodies.
Custards.
It's
The custard
it's
tubes?
a Custodes, Sisters of Silence, and Knights soup mix based off of
Oof.
the Master of Mankind War in the Webway.
Beautiful.
All right.
I'm looking forward to that. Actually,
I'm
they
super hyped for
they're
that.
gonna get a book by the end of the year, so looking forward to
Yeah.
what they're gonna do.
Very hyped
You
about
should
that.
you should see Luke's commander.
Oh, which one? The Sigmar one or the guy on the lion?
No, kitten.
Oh, Captain. Yeah, I have Kitten.
Captain General
Yes. I got Trojan Valores and I rip off the head and just put a regular head. I've been painting in like. I need to fix the feathers to do the singe.
Magnus
Sorry, the
one.
Magnus color. But yeah, I want it to
Yeah.
be Kitten. I want it to be Kitten.
Do you have
So-
a mini for his Big Titty Tau GF too?
No, sadly, but I do have Tau. I do have Tau though. Sadly, it came with my kill team box. But yeah, so question in sense like why
You should give him a dual disc also.
hey, there is a lot of stuff I want to do from TTS, but there we go. I mean, I have something in the workout, and I want to make brothers and toadies, the dreadnought.
Oh yeah, my friend has that one.
Oh,
I want to make him,
I-
but yeah.
I think there's a good 3D print for it. If
Yeah,
you,
there is even with the wig and on. I know I have
Yep.
my racing dealer on speed dial for that, but I'm holding myself to that. You know,
My Blade Guard will infinitely give their lives to protect the Captain General.
yeah.
We played a game and my 5 Blade Guards charged into a Satan so the Captain General could escape. Because I would die before I let them get to Ken.
Yeah, no, we played a 2v2 game, and basically all my custodies died, so his sanguinary guard could live. So
Oh, that's not how that. Man, my sanguinary guard die like every game. Like maybe it's just because I'm bad because I really haven't played that much. But I'm like, dude, how do I keep these dudes alive? Or is it just
But if you
because
can
everybody
keep them
knows how
alive-
dangerous they are?
yeah,
I
I
get bonus hit
It's
against
because
demons.
everyone knows how lethal they
oh
are.
no,
Yeah.
I see
so
my sanguinary
dangerous.
guard on the table. I said, main task, kill.
Yeah, every time. Like I can't
Get 'em
keep
off.
if they're still alive past turn 2. I'm like, damn, okay, and then yeah, they definitely become
Yeah.
a problem. So
That's why I take the priest. You turn him and
Sanguinary
put him into
priest
assault
is
doctrine.
amazing.
Turn one. Turn one.
turn 1 assault doctrine, 10 sanguinary
Yeah.
guard. Have fun.
We don't know. I play a game with 22.
I need more. I only have 10 right now.
Honestly, Nick, you have been dodging me with your blood angels for a long time.
Dude, my blood angels cry.
As they
They're
should.
crying right now.
No,
They're blood
they're
angels. What do you
just-
expect? They're the
Our-
most sad boy.
our first
They-
game.
No,
My-
no, they're
my
not the
blood
most
angels
sad
are more
boys.
depressed
They're
than
not the most sad
Dante.
boys.
Who's the most sad boy?
Lamenters. It's the
But they're
Lamenters.
also blood angels.
But okay,
Yeah,
we gotta
no,
put a
no,
bar
no.
there.
No.
Though. You have to put a bar there.
The Lamenters are the bad luck
They're
Brian. of
cursed.
40K. Who's the saddest chapter besides like,
Dude,
who's the
Gilliman is the
saddest
saddest character in 40k. He has
Oh,
I
my
mean-
lord.
Gilliman has ultra depression. He woke up, everything, yeah, everything's dead, everything is terrible. The Inquisition is a thing. The Emperor is sitting there and say, "Hey, Dad, I'm back home." And he's like, "Welcome back to the war. Go do stuff." And yeah, the Imperium is terrible. He has ultra depression, literally.
Ultra
So,
depression. I
yeah,
can't wait
I
for the
mean,
lion to
he
come
has-
back and give him an ultra headache.
yeah, I want to see the lion coming back and giving him that ultra headache. Yeah,
That's the
Yeah.
next Primarch I want, honestly. Like
He
it,
just
it may not make
disappeared.
It's probably
sense,
the next
but it's
one.
funny as hell.
Oh,
well,
no,
back on the
Right.
sorry, we're derailing
Because-
again. Since we're already ultra depression is cool and everything.
I don't even know how we got
How,
here.
how do we get here? Anyway,
I don't know.
what is like, for example, there's some painting competitions, and I think some of you are working that. What is the thing you've been having issues with the competition? Not as in a bad thing, but did the color schemes actually push you to I need to make it creative? Or the second you got the colors, like, got it, this is what I'm gonna do about it.
Yeah, because my colors were terrible.
Yeah, you did a great job with the colors you got.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought I like really rocked my colors, but I got 3 awful colors.
Hey,
Wait,
come
which
on.
colors did you get?
Has everyone here voted?
I voted already.
I voted.
Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. Then we can talk about it because this will come out after voting's
Yeah,
concluded.
I was about to say.
I got purple, or I got pink, blue, and brown.
Oh boy.
That's a good
How's that?
color.
I did the noise marine.
Okay. Okay.
He did the arm E. Yeah.
The Rave, the Army Lord of Sound, BTS Army Lord
Yeah.
of Sound.
That's
You
awful.
had to
I saw that
BTS
title and I
there.
was like, bruh.
Yeah,
BTS?
we came up with a
My
name, okay?
Warhammer?
We came up with a name. We're proud of it, okay?
That's
I know
awful.
nobody voted for it, but I'll still cry. I had fun with it, but I know nobody will vote for it because it's such just. I did well with the colors I had, but yeah, I definitely had a hard.
Hey,
hard
this is
ask
coming
for
out
mine.
the before after the competition is over. I voted for your boy. I was so proud of it.
Yay.
Hmm.
I love her metal.
My little boy.
I love her metal. So he looks glam. He looks how he's supposed to look, glam as hell. I'll take it.
He did look glam.
I was told
Yeah.
blacklight. He looked like he was at a rave.
Yeah.
That's what I
That's
thought
what
too.
I went for. I went for blacklight. I went for blacklight rave effect because I got blue and pink, and I immediately thought back to my rave days, and I'm like,
Your rave days,
Your
done.
rave days.
the
Yeah.
dark days.
Why do you think, dude? My tattoo glows with blacklight ink. Why do you think it
Oh,
does that?
God.
What?
That's
I
cool.
didn't know that.
Yeah, I have blacklight ink on my tattoo. Yeah.
Hmm. So
But
wait,
yeah, back to off of painting myself.
So and Rock, since you're at it, I know you have Bellicor for the works. How is that coming?
I mean, I finished.
You finish him?
Yeah, you seen him.
Yeah, but you were missing like the highlights, and you smoke
Oh,
and
yeah.
the terrain. You're just missing a lot of things there, buddy.
I finished the terrain and everything there. As for just the painting itself, like I could add more details to it, but I don't think I'm at that level. yet
Mhm.
because I'm lacking a lot of things. Like I'm even lacking like wash.
Yeah, I'm surprised he never used wash before when I asked you
Exactly.
about that.
Like I
What?
didn't even know
Yeah.
that existed.
Yeah, he doesn't know the goodness of
we were
Agrax.
talking, it's like, what is wash?
How do you make it this far without non oil, man?
Yeah, no oil, Agrax, that's like the basics. Since we're supplies, what is the basic supplies you need to have with painting Warhammer? Again, people say, oh, don't use washers. Washers are a trap that will make you paint badly. I know, but please. Let me have this. I paint bad. Let me have this
people
little
are
thing.
like-
Let me have this liquid goodness that will make my goal look like cool and let me feel like, oh, I did a decent job painting these boys. Let me
It's
have
like,
this.
you stop using washes. It's not real painting. I'm sorry, but it's easy and I'm stupid.
No, but like seriously, who has a problem with washes? Because they have their place. They're really useful.
I heard people.
It's the overuse of it. It's the overuse of it.
I agree.
People just slap it all over their model and call it good. Which with like my sanguinary guard, they get it all over them
yeah.
because I want all their gold to like. be
Yeah,
a certain
I
color.
remember
All the
when-
gold should pop. Yeah.
When we first met, I was like, you should put sepia on them. I'm like, I might try that. And then everything, he sends me a photo. I tried sepia. I love it. I'm like, wow.
The ones that suggested that to me was actually, funny enough, Remy.
Oh.
I actually had no idea who I was talking to, but I heard two Frenchmen playing Warhammer in the corner because I went with, I forget who I was playing with that day. Oh, you know what? It was our first crusade.
Yeah, I was
Luke.
playing. I was
and you were
playing. I
there
was
that
playing
day.
versus James, where he used his Terminators to do actions instead of actual fighting.
No, this is before James even played.
Really? Ah, it was the other
this
crusade.
is-
Yeah, it was the other crusade.
The OG crusade where I played my
Yeah, where
angels,
where you charged me against my blight spawn and you could not fight. I remember now.
barrel team 6.
Yes.
Context for that, I forgot a model of my guard, so we grabbed a wooden barrel and it ended up killing the Inquisitor on the other side and like winning the game.
That's beautiful.
So that squad was forever known as Barrel Team 6, and we
Barrel
have a
Team 6.
picture somewhere of an Inquisitor and Terminator armor face in melee combat facing off against a wooden barrel.
That's amazing.
Hey, it works. It worked.
That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
It worked. We had Barrel Team 6.
It's those little narrative things that I love. It's those little
Yeah,
things
Barrel Team 6.
I love.
Barrel Team 6 is a legend. So, but no, washes are great. I like them for a lot of stuff. I put them in recesses. I use them pretty sparingly now. But I actually use Seraphim and Agrax the most. I don't use Nolan that often.
I like
I use
gold.
Seraphim on my gold.
Uh, well, since
Yeah.
you like gold, I recommend to try Reichland Flesh Shade and Gold.
It also
My
works
God,
well.
it looks
Yeah.
Gives
mwah,
a
chef's
nice
kiss.
red,
Mwah.
warm.
I'm pretty sure I
But
have.
I like the worn out look of the sepia. It makes it look like battered.
Mm.
I think I use a little bit of both depending on what I'm doing. Like the darker recesses on the face, especially if you're talking sanguinary guard or something like that. That's gonna get like maybe even Agrax because it's got to be darker to like
Yep.
really bring contrast to the
Yeah.
face. But yeah, like gold details on other stuff, I'll usually watch that with Seraphim Sepia.
Same. I used to do sepia, but now ever since I got Reichland, I don't know. I start something and I like to keep the scheme going. I don't want to change too much of it, so it doesn't look very odd. So now it's gold is Reichland for everything now.
Mm.
Oof.
You know what? You want to know something funny about washes?
What?
I don't use Reichland Flesh Shade when I paint faces.
That's fine. You don't have
Yeah.
to.
Like it's just like you. That's exactly where you'd expect someone to use it. And I don't use washes on my skin tones or my faces at all.
Why is that?
Because a method that I was shown by Justin, basically my base color for skin tones are like a wine red or terracotta red and like a dark brown. Like a brown and a terracotta red is my flesh tone. And then I use actual pale flesh or dark skin tone, depending on what I'm using, what color I'm trying to go for that day, to mix it up. Because like one thing you don't see on my Noise Marine model is underneath that guitar, he actually has like perfectly highlighted black skin.
Nice.
Because brown was one of my colors, so I mixed together brown and so I mixed together red terracotta, which is technically a brown because it's a terracotta color. It was just like a reddish brown.
Are you bending the
and
rules?
I texted it and I got approval of the colors.
Okay.
Because it is still a brown. Its name's red terracotta, but it's still a brown.
Is Crusader Red means okay? Then do it.
Yeah, and I mixed the browns together and ended up getting a nice tone, and then used brown ink to do the recesses because I didn't have like the colors I wanted. But yeah, so also I just started with my Infinity Army doing that, just testing out like darker skin tones. But yeah, it's I have like a great thing that I was given where you start off really dark and then just continuously build highlights by just mixing in varying amounts of pale flesh into the original color. And then like you paint on your highlight, mix it a little more, do a little more highlight, mix in a little more, and it just perfectly nails that gradient that you're looking for.
Oh, that sounds like a good method.
It does.
Sounds like something I should try, and it'll probably fail.
Justin is a beast.
Faces, Justin is a beautiful piece when he paints. He painted my Dark Curse City model for the guy with the gun, and he painted using the scheme of Full Metal Alchemist, the Armstrong family. Oh god, that thing looks fantastic. I'll send you a picture later. He just did an amazing job with the scheme, and oh god, I watched that, and then I put next to anything I painted, like, yeah, I suck at this.
And then, do you know what makes it even better?
What?
It's just that immaculate photos you have of him that you can send.
Yeah,
to people.
I mean, I wish the photos come earlier because they took those photos like 6 months to be on my phone.
6 weeks.
Come on, it took longer than that. Come on, you're gonna take Friday.
Okay, like 8 weeks. It was like 8 weeks.
Yeah, it took you a while to get those photos, man.
You know,
it really did.
I was,
it really did.
I was worried if I was going to be able to get good pictures for my model for the competition, and then I was like, "Oh shit, I have a DSLR. I can just use that, and I can use." The pictures ended up, I thought, turning out pretty well.
Yeah, I was actually surprised everyone stepped up their picture game this week for sure, or this time around. Everyone, because I think. My work swept the podium last time, and I think everyone realized how much a difference actual photography makes.
Okay, now
good camera matters.
Good camera matters,
yeah.
It does matter. Equipment.
Hey, in the last event at Benny's, I won my tank, my disgusting tank won. Yay! I won a painting thing somehow. I don't know why.
Very nice.
Me too.
Yeah.
The fall blight spawn.
And stop.
Yep. Right. So since we're on the topic of you mentioned washes, supplies, what is a thing you say you need to have? For example, the usual debate we always have about this is brushes. And I have a mix of like trashy brushes and some decent ones. I don't have anything, this is a masterpiece brush and I should use this Winsome Newton Einstein M6029 because he has the right ratio of hairs. No, I have nothing like that, but I know some people have it.
Why are you calling me out like this? Why are you calling me out? Why Windsor Newtons? My Windsor Newtons did nothing to you.
No, I'm calling you out because I know you're going to react to it, so you're welcome.
He took the bait.
You know what? I have my cheapos that I do for like just mass basing. Like I made a scenic base for photo shoots and I used some cheap brushes for that. But no, for my like little models, I use my Windsor Newtons because they keep their points so well. And I can, if I clean them out and I use my brush restore, they just last a really long time.
Okay.
You know, the brushes just last a long time because you can easily clean and restore them if they get hooked.
The power of save.
I might have to get some of these, honestly, because like I'm now on the fence, like on how many brushes I actually need because I use acrylics and I use oils, and oil painting kind of destroys brushes. So like,
do not use these on your oils.
Well, there is a brush
paint thinner. Yeah, I don't use a lot of it because I'm actually just using the paints kind of straight out of the tube a lot of the time. I don't have to thin them down very much. But to clean them, you have to use mineral spirits. That's what I use. And
later, I can tell you there's an art shop. There is a set of brushes. They are not like super quality premium, but they're really good. Things Anastasia for pointing me out. It's called Huawon. and they're really good. And they come in like 5 brushes, 20 buckaroos, and they're really good. And they last very well. Of course, you take care of them. That is, and it should cover you everything. I've been recommending those since I was recommended to me, and you should definitely try them.
I actually have a ton of brushes,
Highly,
but like I'm kind of it's kind of an addiction because I live really close to a massive art shop here, and they have this whole aisle of brushes. Like
which one?
It's Homie Art Shop in Hongdae.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one.
Wait.
You know.
You live in Hongdae?
I live
Shincheon.
in
That's where we
Shincheon,
buy our stuff.
but yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
in
yeah.
Homie Art
That's
Shop.
where
That's where I go.
That's where we buy our
Yeah, that's where
stuff.
our
Yeah,
stuff.
Homie, I was there today. I brought brush soap, I bought a brush, and then I bought gold ink today. So
Yeah, well, that's the spot I know where I got this
I,
stuff too.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I have the same set of cheap brushes that Luke has, and they're great. The only downside is once they hook,
Yeah,
It's over.
they're gone.
and they hook quite fast,
It's
so I
game
need to
over.
take care of those. So I'm on my second set of those. I need to chop them off.
So like a lot of my brunt work or a lot of my like detail work, which is most of my stuff because I play with a lot of very small models. That is done with those because I don't actually use the big brushes anymore because anything that requires those big brushes, I run it through my airbrush.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I have an
that
airbrush
makes
too,
sense.
and I'm trying to like it's a very cheap airbrush. It's like an Amazon like $50 airbrush with like a tiny compressor.
Oh, I used to have one of those. I like
Yeah,
that.
I mean it bases stuff. It gives me a primer layer. I can run ink through it to do zenithals. I even used it for the competition piece that I did. I did like a 3 different level kind of zenithal highlight, which made my life a lot easier. And I
Right.
really love doing that. And I actually for my Blood Angels, I do a black primer and then a white zenithal with ink, and then I run Blood Angels contrast through my airbrush. And
Hey, that's what I did to
yeah,
mine.
see? See?
Contrast runs through airbrushes.
It's
so
amazing.
nicely.
You don't have to thin it at all. It goes on super smooth.
It just doesn't work like a contrast. Just like, except it won't work like a contrast.
Here's
it gives
where we
such a
fight
lovely
you.
color.
Should.
This is where we fight you with Nick.
It does.
We are the brush gang.
Brush gang.
We're the brush gang.
Gang.
We're the brush gang. Everything's in brushes.
I'm here with the oil gang.
Is this? I'm sorry. Is this some poor people joke that I'm just too sophisticated to?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And you have
Wow, Nick.
now you have been banned from using brushes. You're welcome.
All my equipment go burnt. Actually, I'm making a magnet. I'm making a magnus that I'm trying not to touch a brush the entire time I use them. I paint them. I'm
Airbrush
trying not
only
to touch a
Magnus,
brush.
huh?
Yes, actually, I can send you some pictures
I would
later.
love to see it.
It isn't looking half bad. I do like
One of my
it.
friends back home, his name is also Rock, incidentally. He's a fantastic painter, and he did like so much fine detail work on my friend's Mortarion, and it was all airbrush. And I was like, "Well, how do you do that?" He's like, "I don't know. It's just what I know how to use. I don't know."
I made Morty
Lots
also.
of just
but no
hours.
Airbrush.
Yeah, it was like a lot of the work that most people would do, like
Interesting.
after putting down a primer or something like that, and then after putting down a base coat, he was just doing with the airbrush, and then he was doing like the detail stuff on top of that. So, and
Wow.
it just looked
If
amazing.
you have a small enough needle, that's very, very like possible.
Yeah, I just have the $50 cheap
But yeah,
Amazon
it's-
airbrush because I was
So-
like, man, let's see if this works or not. And
So
then
since you're
Yeah.
mentioning the brushes in general, do you use any special thing like palette, like a wet palette and so on? Do you have those, or you just like are you an animal like sometimes I am when I just like dip the
Straight
full
from the
thing from the
pot.
pot, yeah, and like and get it done. But no, sometimes like I'm getting upset that the for some reason my brush or something is wrong with the paint. Like just dip it, boom, boom, boom. It looks fine.
somewhere Duncan is crying.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
he
Dude.
said, "Think your paints, or I will think your ranks." That's what Duncan says. So
every time though I see people like, and this is going to be a direct attack at the oil paint. Someone taking
Hey,
oil from a tube
hey.
or like a base layer straight from the pot. It looks like someone drinking Jack straight from the bottle. I immediately look over with concern, and I'm just like, who has hurt you?
Okay, so
who did this?
so
to
shots
you?
fired. On my competition piece that I did not thin the oil paints whatsoever.
How do you wait? How do you?
Who
paint?
hurt you? Who did
What I'm
this to
thinking is-
you?
Okay, I mean, I painted the one that's Cerberus, so I painted the Luna Wolf, with the Volkite pistol and the power sword.
Oh, you got the blue and
Yeah,
green?
blue, green, and brown was my color scheme.
Yeah. Yeah, yours was almost as rough as mine. At least blue and green go together.
When the brown, I was like, I mean, I can just make the base brown, like
Leather.
leather.
I just put it on the
leather.
leather.
I mean, and then it was a lot of
Yeah.
weathering and stuff.
The nice part is brown gives you access to Agrax.
Yep. Even though I did
which
not
I
use
talked
a
to
single
couple people
shade.
that got brown.
I didn't use a single wash on this.
Neither did I actually. Oh no, that's a lie. I used sepia and Agrax over like off whites to make or light browns to make bone and nice warm leather
Okay.
effects.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. Oil paints, I'm finding that like at least the ones that I have, I'm not finding any problems with using them unthinned. They blend well. I'm happy with them. I love them.
It could be that you're using nicer ones.
Yeah.
Not like the cheap.
And the quality of your
really
paint
cheap
really
ones,
matters.
but-
Like, and to a point, I think some people get
Yes.
obsessed with like, oh, you got to use really thin layers for everything. Like, that's part of the reason why I don't like working with acrylics anymore, is because there's a lot of stuff that you can't achieve quickly and like efficiently with acrylics that you
Right.
can with oil. Like my power swords and stuff take me like 5 minutes aside. They're so
Really?
easy.
Every time I see power swords online, they this is a tutorial how to make a power sword fast. I see the video tutorial, 45 minutes. Okay, how is this fast?
Fast.
That's not fast. This
Like, I
step
literally-
one.
I
We're gonna do a
redid
cover of
every-
this.
I redid every single power sword on my 5-man sanguinary guard unit, and that took 45 minutes. But not
Yeah.
one power sword taking 45 minutes.
My problem.
I use
my-
Vallejo game color for that kind of stuff because that stuff is like super opaque.
Mm.
It's really
my problem with
nice.
that is
Actually,
the problem with everything in tutorials is like I'm those persons that if I don't do it good on the first time, I am disgrace for my family, my ancestors,
I'm
my
that
cow,
person too, though.
and my cow.
dishonor
So-
you. Dishonor
Because
your
not because
family,
I'll say
dishonor
all right.
your
So I
cow.
Google how to paint a sister face. Got it. I found the video,
Oh, no.
15-minute, full detail. Okay, let's do this. Let's do it exactly the video. And then it's like, oh, this is good. And then I look at my model. Why it doesn't look anything close to what I'm seeing on the screen? Why? And then get upset. And then it's just that is this circle of rinse and repeat where I just get upset. I try again and still get upset anyway. But yeah, that happens a lot. And now I'm painting some Sigmar stuff, which have a lot of open faces, and I have that issue. Some faces look great, some faces look like botched. You know The Simpsons when Homer shots Marge in the face with a makeup shotgun and said, "You put this on cheap, you put this on cheap skank." Yeah, that's pretty much how I feel most of the time when I paint female faces, at least on my models.
You know what I find funny, and this could be like just me with practice. I'm actually better at female faces. I don't know why.
Maybe demonettes.
No, actually, and I'll be completely honest. I'm gonna let my nerd flag fly here.
Okay,
Comic-Cons.
Comic-Cons.
I used to help my friends with makeup.
Oh,
And,
nice.
Wow.
Camilla, I know you. I don't think you listen to this, but bless your heart, Camilla, out there, for helping me out and having me help you. She was my con buddy, and I would help her with makeup, and so I understand and I would watch her get ready all the time, so I understood where makeup goes on a woman's face. So I just applied my paint the same way.
Great, you can come do my makeup because I literally don't know how to do makeup. Somebody always does it for me at shoots when I go to shoots. So people are like,
That's
"Oh, you're a
model
model.
life.
You know how to do makeup." I'm like, "No, I just sit down in the chair and fall asleep, and then I wake up an hour later and my face is done." So
Am I beautiful yet?
It's just
exactly.
It's just oh, you can do makeup. Psh, I have the help do my makeup.
hey, makeup. I'm not gonna ever call the makeup artist the help. Damn.
You're
But-
flexing us. Yeah. It's
No,
fine,
that-
it's not a help.
But no,
So eventually, you should do
Yeah, I
my
used
cosplay
to-
makeup too.
sure,
Great.
I'm down. We'll all go to Comic-Con.
Well, if it happens again, because this year was canceled again, sadly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Corona ruins everything for
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah,
But hopefully,
I
if we're
blame you,
lucky,
Rock.
they're gonna open the anime game convention is gonna be this year. So Crossing my
When is
fingers for
that held?
Oh yeah, up
December.
in Seoul.
December.
December.
Okay, so
Technically-
me and Rock gotta
technically-
get together for the cosplay making before then.
Yeah, technically it is.
Wow.
I'm just like, what was happening?
You don't get a choice on this,
She
Rock.
called me Rock. No, she called me
Oh,
Rock.
okay.
No, not
You're
Rock.
Rock now. Yeah, you said the Rock. That's anyway.
sorry,
Anyway.
anyways.
Back on the topic. Back on the topic. Yeah, I think we're pretty much covering most of the everything. So, for example, I don't have a wet palette. I just take
Yeah.
it straight from the pot most of the time. I used to have a wet palette, but I fixed it now. And now I'm just doing. I have like a little metal palette I got from Daiso, and I work around there. But yeah, is wet palette actually
I
useful
have-
that way?
I have a wet palette for acrylics.
I have one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys
It's,
buy pallets?
No, I made it with Tupperware.
I bought one
I
a while
bought
back,
mine.
and now I just put parchment paper over it. Yeah, I have an
I
army
have the
painter
Army
one.
Painter one as well.
Do yourself, gang. Represent.
But it's really why I can do faces, because it allows my mixture to stay to keep from drying out. So as I'm going, I can keep adding colors and get that gradual buildup
Yeah.
by just continuously adding to the same little pile. Like basically I have a little pile, I bring two colors together, then I'll drag some of that color down and then take a fourth pile, drag that color down into a fifth pile. And then I have my full gradient laid out in front of me, and I can easily just jump back to any step and get shadows, but not have to like try to rematch the color.
Right.
The color is always going to be a perfect match.
And
Very
if you're like me and you get distracted often, then you can just put the lid on your palette and then come back to it like 5 hours later. Your paint's still wet. It's still ready to go. You can even come back to it the next
ADD
day.
gang, rise up.
Yeah, you can come back to it the next day and it's like, hey, my ADHD like paint session, only lasts like an hour a day, and I get like a couple models done here and there, but like the next day I'll come and my palette's still wet. It's like I can still use that paint.
I
That
guess
works.
That's a
Exactly.
good investment. Like in my case, I just use like plastic bag. What? Like
What?
like literally plastic
What?
bag.
What?
Who hurt
Rock,
you? Now this is
rock,
my moment to
rock.
ask. Who hurt you?
Rock, buddy, what you do is you take paper towels, get them wet, put them in some Tupperware, and then you put a piece of parchment paper over it. That is a DIY wet palette.
Ah, okay. I mean, I never used wet palettes, so I guess there's that. But
It's gonna change your life, man.
I mean, like, I'm pretty sure, like, I posted it before in the English chat. Like, this is my palette. Like, like the package, like what Sue.
Oh, we all ripped you.
Things that Rock is do not use: wet palettes, washes, and codexes. Got it.
Oh damn.
Oh, but do you know what we can put on the list of things that Rock does
What?
use? Weighted Chinese dice.
Oh yes, your
Oh,
weight,
yeah.
your golden Chinese dice are rigged, and I will say it again.
It's not.
Oh, you know what?
Yes.
We'll continue this poll. Rachel, have you ever seen someone roll a die and have it stand on its corner?
Actually, I have.
How often? 3, 4, 5, 6 times a game?
Oh, that's a little.
Yeah.
That's a little sus.
Yeah,
But it's not
That's
weighted.
Rock. It happens a couple of times. It usually almost every roll he makes, if he rolls more than 3
Are they
dice,
metal?
one of them will stand
Yes,
on
it's
end.
metal.
Yes, they are.
Okay, I have a couple friends that roll metal dice often. That will happen with the metal dice more than with the plastic dice.
Ha!
see, you're used to rig Chinese
But-
dice.
I'm
But
not
it's
gonna
rigged.
not gonna absolve my friends with the metal dice of cheating either. So like,
Take that.
Take that.
It's not.
I hate those dice. I will die that I hate those dice. I will take my weeb dice to the
Same.
grave.
you
I will
weave
take
dice?
my we have
Yeah, I do.
weave dice.
We both have a fate. We both have fate
Oh
dice.
my! I have mostly
Yeah.
red dice. I have a bunch of red dice because fellow Blood Angel player, you need a lot of dice on the charge.
I have like 100 some
Oh
dice.
yeah,
You have a
I have
problem.
like 150.
Yeah, you have a
It's
problem,
always-
sir.
I am a gremlin and I am
it's
proud.
always the danger when you get into a hobby that has dice. It's like, oh, now I must buy every
Oh,
dice.
and I was a
You're
DM.
becoming a
I
dice
was a
goblin.
DM,
Dice
so
goblin.
like I have 100.
Dice goblin.
I have a like 10 sets of dice back home for D&D.
Yeah.
My favorite die is back home.
Oh,
It's a rubber duck inside of a D20.
that's amazing.
His name's Sir Gregory. His name's Sir Gregory.
That's amazing.
My students back home named him, and they knew that they're about to die when I'd reach over the DM screen and I'd grab Sir Gregory.
Oh, no.
They knew they were about to get
So
killed.
my DM,
So they would bring offerings to my fifth graders would bring offerings to Sir Gregory that he wouldn't kill them.
that's amazing. My DM back home, he's been playing D&D for like a million years, and so he rolls metal dice, and he's very good at rolling dice. And so like one session, not my party but the other party that plays, he almost like killed everybody, and they're like, you gotta roll through a dice tower now, like we don't trust your dice rolls. And so now he has this like handful of metal dice he throws through this dice tower, and it's just the sound of like
The-
Rolling.
The
yeah,
rattle.
it's just this
Yeah.
horrible noise. So as soon as you hear that, like, oh, say
No,
a
but
prayer. It's over.
You know who someone rolls dice when you see them. I was playing Justin, and you probably meet him in the future. We were playing, and he was rolling dice. The way he rolls the die and he swings, he makes like a movement and he swings his hand. That this man gambles. This man is he knows how to roll some
Justin-
dice there. Justin, I love you.
Justin and I
I'm shout out to
throw
you.
dice.
Justin, love you. But you the way you roll dice is very suspicious. Okay.
Justin and I throw dice like craps
Yeah.
dice.
Mm.
We roll like casino where we will either throw it forehand or backhand, but every time we throw, it will hit the back of the tray.
Yeah, it always
and
feels
come back.
satisfying to do that anyway.
But wasn't
Yeah,
there?
so we roll like casino
Ah.
players.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
hold on, Nick. But wasn't there a casualty in your role?
Oh yeah, I remember that one time you didn't do the casino crab dice rolling.
And I rolled them all ones, which caused me to throw said dice. Okay, so Rachel, I'll give you context. You may have heard this story. I rolled all ones on a bloodthirster. And if you don't know a bloodthirster, it can one-shot Mortarion.
yeah.
And it was about
He was
to.
fighting Mortarion.
Rolled all
Not that
ones.
time.
Rolled all ones, threw the dice, and but I saw as I let him go, they went into between two buildings, two pieces of terrain, which is our middle of the map Thunderdome, and there was a bloat drone sitting in it. And I watched in horror as my 3 corn dice, appropriately, rattled around, bounced around, and took a turbine off a bloat drone.
He damaged my model.
And Luke could see my face as I let it go. I'm like, oh,
You would see like no. If it's like a slow mo, you'll be like no.
He saw my face go from rage to panic in a matter of seconds.
That's amazing.
Well, the same blood rune you destroy has been completely butchered into pieces and has been kit bashed into a greater blood rune that I need to
Well, there
paint
you
you,
go.
but I'm
I
lazy.
saw that.
He has
I saw that.
ascended.
He's ascended.
He has ascended.
He has ascended. Yeah.
I aided in his ascension.
There you go.
Yeah. He's been an offering to the Forge War gods because I can't afford with that model. So,
Very expensive though.
Yeah.
Very expensive.
and I'm buying that model.
Yeah.
I need 3 of those. I know I'm gonna buy 3 of those.
You need 3 of them?
Yeah, I'm only use one just to test it. But anyway, I think that's it for today, guys. I'm having fun, but we're getting off the way. So let's do some closing things. Any advice, suggestions on what you think should be the way you should go when it comes to painting? Like, okay, this is you should try, and do not get depressed if you didn't do it well on the first time, like I do.
Just
No, go ahead.
keep your first model. Never repaint it.
Yeah.
And you can look back on it and just watch your progress. Keep your first model. Never repaint it. My Necron is sitting on my desk.
That is actually good.
I'd say just don't be afraid to paint. And shout out to my friend Taylor right now, who is embarking on the journey of painting his Deathwatch army. And
Nice.
he's scared of it. Just do it. Just get paint
Just
on the
do
models.
it.
Just do it.
Don't let your dreams be memes.
Don't let your memes be dreams.
But yeah.
Or, yeah.
I mean, you can always strip paint off a model. I agree with what he said, like keep your first model. But if something doesn't work out, the plastic is pretty tough to destroy, so you could just clean the model off and start over. Or just be
Yeah.
really lazy like
Dump
me
it in
and
some
prime
IPA.
right over it and just keep going. So
Yeah,
There
my
you go.
advice is just choose an army like Nurgle, but it's supposed to look trash, and you're good to go. You're not supposed to care about anything.
I mean, honestly,
Pretty
there's
much.
first time for everything. Like, not unless if you try, you're never gonna do it. So just go for it. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So with that, we wrap it
Alright.
up. We thank and welcome our latest member from the Warp Report. Rachel, thanks for joining us. And as usual,
Oh,
guys, well, none of us.
Thank
Well,
you
none
guys
of
for
us.
having me. This has been really good.
Yeah,
I
hopefully
haven't really
we'll-
had a community since I've been back here, so this is amazing.
Well,
Just remember, we're not actually a podcast. We're just three nurglings in a trench
Yeah.
At least you're not three squats in a trench coat, right?
good grief,
No,
no.
we're
Okay,
nurglings.
nurglings. Okay.
Nurglings, okay. So, well, this was the Warp Report. Thanks for joining us today, and I'll be saying goodbye, folks. Please take care, and as usual, Nurgle bless.
And Corn, bless you this week.
And be with ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.